Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn from ArtistryinCards, and welcome. I thought it'd be really fun to make a card today that I'm going to be featuring a set of stamps from Honeybee. So you'll see that in just a minute. There it is. And the reason that ArtistryinCards is the name it is and not my company name is because I want to be able to use other companies' stamps and play around and just enjoy. That die cut is from WaffleFlower. If you've been at my channel at all, you will know that it is my favorite die cut. My name is Jessica Lynn, and I am the owner and artist here at ArtistryinCards, so please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We're over 10,000 subscribers and would love to continue on our way to 15,000 is my goal now. Also, I am the artist and owner of JessicaLynnOriginal.com. On that website, I draw all the art that you're going to see. I have a lot of digital stamps, red rubber stamps, and I also have photopolymer depending on what you are interested in crafting with. So I've got all of those. This is one of our brand new digitals. Isn't he so cute? All of our digitals are buy one, get one all summer. So until the end of summer, August 31st, all of our digitals are going to stay buy one, get one free. So I want this to be a summer of crafting, or if you have kids, I buy a lot of digitals and I'll actually print them off. And then I'll print them full page size so my kids have them like almost like coloring books. And so we love to do a lot of stuff like that. Now, this is a brand new set of stamps. I purchased them myself. If I ever get ones where they're sent to me so that I can try them out, please know that I will say that in my videos. But this one I purchased, it's from Honeybee Stamps, and it's HBST054, and they are all made in the USA, so I love being able to feature that as well. So what I did is I went and used my WaffleFlower die, and I cut out my stamp set, which I love the Postage stamp set, I can't even tell you. And then what I'm doing is just sort of setting up the design. And so I am a huge fan of daisies. They are my favorite flower. And so I'm just kind of using the flowers that they offer in here. And it's funny because this set feels a lot kind of like my artistry. So if you look at my stamps, the daisies remind me of the ones I draw. So I really like them. And what I'm doing is just sort of building up the background. And I'm trying to think about how, if these were real postage stamps, how would I take them apart, or how would they look? And would they look like a cohesive set individually? Would they look nice individually? So I'm trying to go ahead and build sort of the home or the location that all these little bees are going to be living. I love that they included leaves. I always think that's a fun thing when you get cartoony looking flowers. It's fun to be able to add that. And the other thing I really like about this set, and I didn't notice it, you'll see it in a little bit, so I'll point it out when I do it. There's actually like the little trail that the bees make. So I could stamp a bee with its little trail and it's like little dots. It's really cute. All right, let's put some little bees on there. I'm trying to round robin through the bees because I really want a couple of different sizes, and they offered a ton of different sizes. There's like a mommy and a baby. And I think it helps with perspective to put like bigger one forward, smaller one. And I also tried to get a bee on every stamp, because again, what I was picturing is if I was taking this apart and putting it on like a letter that I was going to mail, I wanted to always be able to see a bumblebee on each stamp. So you'll see that I do that. And for fun, there's even one little bumblebee that I'm going to actually have him run off the page. There, right, that one. Boom. And I love it. I think it's so cute. This is a really cute set. I really like this one. All right, so we're just building up our set. Once I get all of the images stamped, let's go ahead and we will change over to color this in. I've got a ton of markers. If you look at the bee on the top left, you're going to see that that's the one that I put the little dots behind him so you can see his path. And then, of course, I'm going to get out my favorite stamp, my little 50 cents. I love to go ahead and put that on all my postage. When I was stamping out the design, I really tried to leave some little open spots to put the 50 cents on there, which I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. So the whole set is built. So the next thing we're doing is going to go ahead and grab all of our markers And we're going to go ahead and color this on in. So I will zoom this up so you can see that in fast forward. Now I know you're probably thinking like, Jess, it looks kind of plain. I'm not sure, you know, what's missing. I did add a little bit of gray to each of the wings because I thought that would make them pop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Distress Oxide. And normally I put down a stencil, and in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have on this one, although it was really busy. So I thought if I used a stencil, it might take away from the images. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 colors, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like a small brush, and I'm just going to kind of fill in that background. What I'm really looking to do is give it kind of, I don't want it too blue, I just want it a little bit so that it has, you know, like a sky in it. And I started with a darker grayish blue because I wanted to do that on the outside. And then I added this one, which is a little bit more of a turquoise. It has a turquoise tint to it. It's called Salty Ocean. And when it dried, it looks perfect. And again, I'm not doing this, you know, to color and coat the entire background. I'm just sort of loosely doing it because I still want some white around them, almost like clouds, sort of like if you were looking at it in perspective, the clouds could be kind of blurry in the background, if that makes sense. So nothing too crazy, but I do want to have kind of that blue pop through. And in the cards done, it looks so good. I absolutely love the Distress Oxides, and I think I could have maybe used a stencil, but I think just doing what I did was enough, only because of how busy that background is. All right. Then I'm going to get out one of my white ink pens. Downfalls, if you have a lot of things with white, like the daisies are white, the wings are really light gray. So I always keep, it comes with like 12 of them, and they're Utillo Craft, and they're acrylic paint markers. And I keep them because I probably would say they last once you open them for like a week or two. And so I keep them until I'm going to be crafting for a bunch. And then I like to use them to add highlights to like the middle of the daisies. You can see I'm doing that. And then I also go back in and just sort of clean up the wings. One of my signature things is to put these little white dots like in the sky or on things I'm crafting. So I made sure to add a couple of little white dots, and it really just sort of sparks them up. Now you'll notice I did put a heart, and I put a heart in every stamp. So every one of them has a heart. Except for that very top left one. So that little guy who's all by himself with the trail, he does not. But everybody else has a little heart in there. All right, so from here, next thing we're going to do, let me just put all these markers away. There we go. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and put the black cardstock on the back. I like to mount the postage stamps on a black board. I always feel like it looks like some sort of display. And then we're going to just put on some cardstock, sign the back, which will look great. Now, I do have at jessicalynoriginal.com self-inking stamps that I can create for you. I could use your signature. I could draw something up for you. I could draw a picture of your pet that we could stamp. But I love making stamps for the back of your cards, and the self-inking ones work so good. Here, let me show you what they look like here. There it is. So there's mine. Obviously, I put a specific date on there. So for me, I'm going to have to order one or make one for myself every single year. No worries. But I love this because it makes nice consistency on the back of my cards. I don't have to worry about forgetting to do it because I always encourage you, sign the back of your cards. But yeah, if you're looking for something like that, go visit my website. It's just justgoinoriginal.com, and then you just go to custom stamps, and from there you can upload a picture. You could send me, you know, whatever you're looking for. As long as it's not a copyrighted image, I could definitely help you with that. So, all right, let's put a little glue on here and get that black cardstock all set. There we go. This is super cute. I love how you just put that little black background and every one of them is just phenomenal. Now, I have made a lot of WaffleFlower postage stamps, so if you are looking for inspiration or want to go, hey, what else is just made with those? If you go back to just ArtistryinCards, or the front page that you're on right now, so click on the little ArtistryinCards down below the video. And then on there, you can actually type in WaffleFlower, and it will show you all the stamp cards I made. A lot of them you might see that I hand drew. Sometimes I use stamps like Lawn Fawn. I've used Just Glowin' Original. I've used, obviously here, I have got the honeybee. But a lot of them I like to hand draw. So I've done like, I've done Lilo and Stitch. I did How to Train Your Dragon. I did Rudolph. They just had their huge anniversary back in December, so I made a card for that, which is one of my favorites that I've ever done. So definitely go take a look at those if you're interested, and then be sure to subscribe. I'd love to see you come back. Oh, look how cool this looks. I can't wait. I always like the final. All right, here we go. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. There it is. Oh my gosh, I love the one that's flying straight at us, like it looks like he's staring into your soul, like I think that's my favorite one. Oh, they're so cute. Well, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Again, we are just ArtistryinCards. I love having you guys here. And then don't forget to visit my rubber stamp store, justgoinoriginal.com. You can order any of our stamps. Remember, our digitals are buy one, get one. And then again, this is the stamp set that I used from Honeybee. So there they are. I'm just building up the pictures so that I'm ready to post that up on Instagram. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope I inspired you. I'm going to put 2 more videos down below that you can take a look at. I'd love to hear from you. Comment, like, share these out. That's how we continue to grow. And I look forward to a live soon where I'm able to interact with you. Take care, everybody.